Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's mindfulness practice. My name is Leanna. Thank you so much for tuning in today and for sharing this time with me. This week, I really wanted to bring you just a short little grounding sequence to release a little bit of the pressure in the hips. So I would love for you to have a block or a pillow, and we'll use that for some of the shapes that we take today. So as always, take this practice at your own pace. Know that every shape that I offer is just a suggestion, so modify it as you need, and I hope you enjoy. We're going to get started in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterflies, so you can place that prop by your side for now. If you do have two cushions or blocks, you can use those for support under your knees. And we'll recline those back bodies down, draw those knees wide, soles of the feet come together. And if reclined butterfly is not feeling supportive today, you can always step those feet wide, allow those knees to fall in. So finding whatever shape feels most supportive in the legs, to allow yourself to land and arrive here for your practice. And we'll just begin with a breath in together. And exhale, release. Allow yourself to fall heavier and land in this starting shape. And see where you can soften. Maybe it's drawing those shoulders a little further down or allowing those knees to fall heavier or in. And softening those hips, any hold on your pelvis. Maybe it's just a space between your eyebrows. And then begin to notice any sensations, any feelings in the body, in this shape. Maybe the absence of sensation or feeling. Just acknowledging what is present. And then I invite you to bring a hand over your heart or belly as we start to tune into the natural rhythm of our breath. Noticing where it's flowing, where it's traveling, its pace, its rhythm. And then welcoming in an extension, deepening your breath in and out, and then noticing that shift. Taking a few rounds here on your own. The pranayama practice will be beginning here with today is the 4-7-8 breath. So what that will look like is an inhale for 4, a hold at the top for 7, and an exhale for 8. So please do take this at your own pace if you need to adjust those times at any point. On your next breath out, pausing for a moment, and we'll begin to breathe together. Starting with a cleansing breath, take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Next breath in is a slow count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release with a sigh for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhales for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extended exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another round in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7, feeling what it feels like to be filled with air. Exhale for 8, contracting that belly on the way down, releasing any stagnant air in the body. Good. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. 2 more rounds just like that. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Last round here. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Allow that technique to fall away and welcome in your natural rhythm. And taking a moment to note anything, any shifts, any sensations, any feelings. Just allowing that rhythm to fall back into place. And taking a moment here to call an intention in for your practice if you'd like to do so. And grounding in this moment, perhaps repeating your intention internally. And we'll all find a full round of breath to settle that in. Those hands walk to those knees if they're wide, and then we'll all hug them into our chests. Find a gentle rock side to side, giving your lower back a massage. Good. That right knee stays hugging and left leg goes long. Take some rotations through that right ankle joint, maybe through that hip, circling in one direction and then the other. Full round of breath. Inhale, hug that knee through center, and then exhale, supine twist to the left. That right knee lowers to the left as you reach that right arm out into a T, and that left hand can be used as support to allow that leg to fall heavier to the ground. Maybe you take that block under the leg if it's hovering too far above. Encourage that right shoulder blade down, breathing into the body. Notice the sensations of this shape and see where you can soften or fall a little heavier. Four full rounds of breath. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Nice and easily coming back through center, giving those legs a hug and squeeze. Again, maybe you draw those knees a little wider. Maybe you take a happy baby. If that's available to you, grabbing hold of your shins or your feet, knees draw down and out, and adjusting the placement of your hands so that you can allow that back body and head to rest down. Breathing in wherever you are, taking 2 more full rounds of breath. Last breath in. Knees into chest on your breath out. Right leg goes long this time. Left knee stays hugging in. And again, taking those rotations through the hip joint, through that ankle joint. And then alternating directions if you're taking that movement. Full round of breath. Next, inhale, hugs that knee through center. Breath out, we find that supine twist to the right. Left knee draws to the right, left arm extends out into a T. Encourage that left shoulder blade down as you allow that leg to fall heavier to the right. Using that right hand for support, using that block for support or cushion. Maybe that gaze turns to the left. Notice the sensations on this side. Notice the difference, if there is one. Breathing into it. Settling heavier. 3 more rounds of breath. Last 2. Last 1. And this time, just peel that left arm over, hug those knees in, find a fetal position on your right side. Using that bottom arm as a pillow, curling up into a ball. And taking a full round of breath. Good, and from here, we're using those hands to roll into a child's pose, so coming to our front body. And then drawing those knees wide. Toes may come to touch. Walk those hands forward, resting the forearms down. That forehead meets a block or the ground. Allowing those hips to sink back heavy towards those heels. And drawing that breath down into your hips, your glutes, as you offer some release, some softening to this area. And take a full round of breath. One more full round through center. Good, that right hand maybe creeps a little bit more forward, ground down through the palm as you thread the left arm through to the right. Finding a child's pose, thread the needle shape. And then softening that left arm into the ground as you soften the right. And you soften those hips back towards your heels. Breathing into the back of your heart space as you feel this gentle twist through the upper body. Two more full rounds of breath. Last full round. One more inhale. And you exhale, you unravel. That left arm comes through center. And then we ground down through center. See if maybe those knees can draw a little wider. Those hips may sink back a little deeper. And 2 full rounds of breath here. Last full round. Next breath in, that left hand grounds down. We peel, or we thread rather, that right arm through to the left. And then soften into this thread the needle variation, allowing those hips to soften with the upper body. And breathing into that heart space, the thoracic, the upper back. Seeing where you can soften or land a little deeper. And finding 2 more rounds of breath here. Last full round. One more inhale. And you unravel on your breath out. Both arms reach forward, ground down for a full round of breath. Good. Those hands slowly walking towards your body to lift yourself upright. Good. Rolling towards your sit bones and then bringing those legs out in front of you, just like in that reclined butterfly shape. And then we're taking a deer pose here. So planting those hands behind you for support. Start to shift that left shin towards the right, bending through that left knee, and then shift the right shin parallel to the short edge side of your mat. Good. And then squaring those shoulders towards that right shin, you reach tall on your breath in. And then exhale, you bow towards the ground. Now maybe you take that block here under the forehead if you'd like, grounding down through those palms or those forearms. And then your choice here, if you'd like to bring this into a little bit of a twist, you can start to walk those hands towards the right and then bow towards the ground. So your choice, how deep you'd like to fall into this shape. Using those props for support if you have them by your side. And just breathing into the hips, into the body, noticing where you feel the sensations of this stretch. 3 full rounds of breath. Last 2. Last 1. Nice and slowly, you ground down through those palms to lift yourself upright. And then turning back through center, walking those legs out long, arms resting behind you. Give those legs a little shake, letting that go. Good, and then coming back to that butterfly legs, that right shin bends inwards, left shin to the top or the short edge of your mat rather, flexing through those toes. Square your shoulders towards that left side. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, bow towards the ground. And then using that block here for support if you'd like, under the forehead. And then you have that option to walk those hands towards the left and then bowing down, finding a little bit of a twist here. Now your choice where you'd like to land. Allow yourself to fall heavy in this shape and see where you can soften or deepen. Slowing that breath down with every inhale and exhale. And finding 3 more rounds of breath. Last full round. Next breath in, grounds down through those palms, lift yourself upright, draw yourself back through center, give those legs an extend and give them a little shake. Good, and then finding that butterfly leg position again, or you can choose to keep those legs long, just taking them a little bit wider, whatever feels most supportive for you. Then taking that block, making sure it's in front of you if you have that for support or that cushion. Rooting down through your sit bones, reach tall on your breath in, and then on your breath out, we're bowing towards the ground. Allow that spine to curve. Adjust the leg shape here if you'd like. And with every exhale, walking those hands a little bit more forward. Breathing into the hips, the legs. Breathing into that back line as it extends and noticing that slight contraction along the front body. Just allowing that head to really hang heavy. Maybe you welcome in some shifts side to side. Maybe you hold in stillness. Your choice here. 3 full rounds of breath. Last full round. Use those palms to slowly lift yourself upright, one vertebrae at a time. And then we extend those legs long once more. Give them a little shake. Good, and then bend through the knees. We are going to use that block for a final resting shape. So just making sure it's by your side on the way down, giving those legs a hug and squeeze, rolling yourself to your back bodies, maybe taking a gentle rock side to side once you arrive. Good, and then those feet plant hip distance apart. Root down through those feet, arms grounded by your side. Squeeze those glutes, lift your hips high. Place that block across your lower back to rest your hips down on. And now knowing that if you have that block or cushion, you can adjust the placement so that you feel those hips really resting as if they're on top of a flat surface. And then you have a couple of options here for those legs. Those feet can stay planted as they are. They can walk forward for golden gate, or you might extend them tall to the sky for waterfall. If you're taking waterfall, just being mindful if you have any concerns with blood pressure or pregnancy, we'll keep those feet lower to the ground. And just allowing those hips to really sink heavy into the support of that cushion or block. And then if you'd like to circle those arms overhead, you can take that now. We'll be landing here for a couple of minutes, so knowing that you can always adjust the shape of your legs at any point. Those legs are dangling high, just starting to feel them gently sway side to side. Maybe imagining that blood flowing in the opposite direction. Those legs are long down your mat, just noticing that opening along the front line of your body, the opening across your pelvis. And if those feet are rooted, just noticing the gentle opening along your front body as you really sink heavy into those hips. And then coming back to your breath, slowing the breath in, extending that breath out, and taking notice of where it's traveling, where it's landing. And we'll find 5 more long, deep breaths here. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last full round. Good. Slowly circling those arms back by your side, walking those feet back in if they've gone high or walked out. And then root down through those feet, lift those hips high enough to release that cushion or block from beneath you. And then just pause for a moment of stillness once those hips arrive. Just allowing that spine to neutralize. Last little bit of effort here, giving those knees a hug and squeeze into your chest and drawing that nose up towards your knees, curling up into a tight ball. Take one more breath in. And on your breath out, Savasana. We'll bring those legs long, arms resting heavy by your side, or if you'd like to take a hand over your heart or belly, please do so. Allow those shoulders to draw away from your ears, down your back. Release any hold on those pelvis or hips. Allow them to sink heavy into the earth. Soften your knees. Soften your feet. Soften your abdomen, your full back body. Those shoulders release heavy as those arms fall heavy and those hands soften. Release the neck, the jaw. Separate your top teeth from your bottom teeth. Soften your ears, your eyes fall heavy as you release that space between your eyebrows. And feel the back of your head rooted and supported. And we'll take a breath in together to land. Full breath in. Release through the mouth, let it go. Allow all effort to drain away and welcome in these few mindful moments of restful stillness and meditation. Allowing your body to fall heavy and knowing that I will guide you back when the time is right. Please know that you can rest here for as long as you'd like. If you're ready to close down your practice, starting to deepen that inhale to slowly reawaken. And welcoming in some small movements of the hands, the feet, nodding that head left to right. And eventually hugging those knees into your chest, giving yourself a little rock and hug, and falling into fetal position on your favorite side. Resting there for a moment. And wherever you are, taking notice of how your body is feeling compared to the start of your practice. And then on your next breath, lifting yourself through to a seat if you're finishing there. And finding Sukhasana, your shape with the legs, reaching the crown of the head tall, allowing those eyes to soften or close if they're not already. And wherever you are, we'll take those hands together at heart center. Find a gentle tap of those thumbs inwards, sending in gratitude for being here today and for making this time for yourself, for your practice. Thanking all the past teachings that have come before us and this ability to connect here with one another. Let's take one last final deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through your practice today. And may the love and light in me shine through to the love and light in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that yin-inspired sequence. I hope that offered you the release you needed, the reset you needed, and yeah, that it just felt good and was received well. Let me know how you're doing. I always love hearing from you. And if you haven't done so already, please do click subscribe and join my community. I love growing this alongside you and really appreciate your support. So thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to next time. Bye, everyone.